There was a young woman named Emily who was struggling with anxiety and depression. She had a lot of negative thoughts and beliefs that were holding her back from living a happy and fulfilling life. She often found herself worrying about things that she couldn't control, and she had a hard time seeing the positive in situations. One day, Emily decided that she needed to make a change. She knew that she couldn't continue living her life feeling unhappy and anxious all the time. She decided to seek help from a therapist to learn how to identify and change her negative thought patterns. During her first session, the therapist explained to Emily that our thoughts have a powerful influence on our emotions and behavior. She told Emily that negative thoughts can lead to negative emotions and behaviors, and that changing our thoughts can help us feel better and improve our quality of life. The therapist then taught Emily a technique called cognitive restructuring, which involves identifying negative thoughts and replacing them with more positive and realistic ones. Emily was skeptical at first, but she decided to give it a try. The first step was to identify her negative thoughts. Emily realized that she often had thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do that." She also had a tendency to catastrophize or imagine the worst case scenario in any situation. Once Emily had identified her negative thoughts, the therapist helped her to challenge them. Emily learned to ask herself questions like, is this thought based on fact or opinion? And what evidence do I have to support or refute this thought? Emily was surprised to discover that many of her negative thoughts were not based on fact, but were instead just her own beliefs and assumptions. For example, she had always believed that she wasn't good enough because of a critical parent, but she realized that this belief wasn't actually true. After challenging her negative thoughts, the therapist helped Emily to reframe them in a more positive and realistic way. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," Emily learned to tell herself, "I'm doing the best I can," or "I have many skills and talents." Emily practiced this technique every day, and over time she began to notice a significant improvement in her mood and outlook on life. She felt more confident and less anxious, and she was able to approach challenges with a more positive attitude. Of course, changing negative thought patterns wasn't always easy for Emily. She still had bad days, and sometimes she found it hard to believe the positive thoughts she was telling herself. But with the help of her therapist and the support of her loved ones, she continued to practice cognitive restructuring and gradually learned to change her negative thoughts into positive ones. In the end, Emily realized that identifying and changing negative thought patterns was one of the most important things she had ever done for herself. It helped her to overcome her anxiety and depression, and it gave her the tools she needed to live a happier and more fulfilling life.